We are having at my school, having to train every one of the professors of the newspaper department how to do video, how to do sound, how to edit. And we have 300 newspaper students among the 1,700 journalism students at my school. We are teaching them all how to do video. Print is moving online. We are finding that all of the newspapers in the future will eventually be online newspapers. Print is declining. I know in Persfram in Norway, a country with some of the highest newspaper readership in the world, circulation of print is slowly going down. But online circulation is going up. And when you're online, you can do print and video and audio just as easy as doing any one of those things. So we are living in a converged world. It's not theory anymore. It is actual practice. It is the actual reality of our business right now. All multimedia. So if you're in print, you have to do audio and video. If you're a broadcaster, you have to add text. It is a fact of life in the journalism business, in the media business nowadays. There is a natural reluctance among those of you who are from the print part of the media business to resist this and say, no, I will wait, let's study this a little bit more. But we are beyond the point of, how they say that, the point of inflection, where things are changing, and we are past the phase where it is now being studied. We are at a point where it has actually become practical to do this, and many major organizations in our media are doing this.
More and more people are getting their information from the internet nowadays, either in websites or through online broadcasts or online television. And it's becoming basically a new form of broadcast media, a new way of distributing television beyond the range of what a television transmitter can provide. I don't think there'll be a text-only newspaper 10 years from now. I think all newspapers will be adding audio and video to the traditional news offerings they're doing now. They'll be doing it in all formats. It'll be a converged media worldwide.
Which is the difference between just putting the television on the web and actually then thinking in a more strategic and focused way about putting video content on the web, and that they're not necessarily just the same thing. And similarly, for those of you beginning to think also maybe about IPTV and what you can put from the web onto the television, again, you can simply put the web on the television screen, but actually, again, is that what users are really going to use and really take to, or is it about thinking about elements of online and creating new products that you put through onto people's television screens?
You can see now that habits are changing. Young people in particular are used not just sitting in front of the television passively, but they're more likely to be on their computer, consuming the news, maybe watching the television online while they surf, while they read, while they interact socially with friends. So the habits of consumers are changing, and it's really important that media organisations keep up with that.
20-second Q&A. Right, okay, so Mary's over there. I've got her in frame. She's about here. I'm going to stand over here. Thank you.
Microphone for transmission.
Okay, yeah. She's about there, so I can see her in the frame here. She's going to stand there. Mary, how are you finding it today?
Very interesting, and it's particularly interesting just hearing how everybody is learning and trying to get to grips with all this stuff, whether you're a big organisation like, the possibilities are endless, and we're learning a lot about how to do that effectively.
Okay, so if you just stay there a bit for me, Mary. You just stay where you are, please. Stay where you are. Sorry about this. You just stay where you are. I'm now going to come over here. Just going to ask you that same question again. You know, the usual nod. He says, so what are some of the things that you're doing that gives you comfort about where the BBC is going with this?
Well, I'm really pleased that we've got a really strong base of our own journalists.
Okay, and I'll let you stay there, so she's fine. I've got one cut into her. I'm now going to come do my reverse over here. I've got her back. I'm going to stand here. I can see myself. I'm going to stand here like this. I'm going to ask the question here. So what are some of the things that you're doing that gives you comfort that the BBC is really leading the way on this?
Well, I'm really pleased that we're doing all blah, 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 blah.
And that's it. I can cut that in about, I can cut that now. Thank you very much, Mary. I can cut that. That was about 2-3 minutes. That will take me about 5 minutes to edit, 5 minutes to upload, 5 minutes to edit, another 5 minutes to put on the web. And there is an interview.
It's going to be huge. It's huge already. And if you think about it, the net's only literally about 10, 15 years old. So we've just started this technological revolution. You know, if we think this is bad, 15, 20 years to go, it will look nothing like it will look today. And that's just not me hyperbole, just speaking, you know, trends. This is really what's happening. Will it be of any use? It'll be of huge use. The point is, though, we've got to try and slay, and I say we as broadcasters or whoever it is that wants to go online, has to find a way of making it work for them.
These are the key elements of convergence. your intake editor, your output control, your 75% of any news on any given day planned in advance, which is organised by your planning editor and the resource manager. Your issue-led journalism, unique editorial strategy, which is owned by the forward planning editor, delivered and quality controlled by the output editors, and do not forget, it has to always have the freshness of the breaking news. That we need to change the news being controlled by others to being controlled by us, and that all ties in with that, and it goes back to this workflow. We could create a channel for all of you, live now on broadband, distributed globally to a broadband audience for very little cost compared with TV, by taking all your digital assets, all the video that's in your database, creating a playlist, inserting adverts, sponsorship, IP streaming it out over the net in a standalone player, so that people in the diaspora, people, Montenegrins, Macedonians, Serbs, Bosnians living overseas who want news from home, can access you in high quality.
Журналист и пишет там про футбол и в газету, и снимает сюжет для веб-ТВ.
How to write for the web, how to write scripts for video and audio. They were also taught how to present.
There's a danger that we're going to be left behind. And we're not going to be competitive, and we're all fighting for audiences, we're all fighting for eyeballs, and unless we are up to scratch with all the technology, with all the management expertise, those audiences are going to go elsewhere. So it's important that we are fully equipped, that we've got the management know-how, we've got the technical skills, that we are on the cutting edge of technology. All those are fundamentally important for us to remain robust. But I think the fundamental thing to realize is that we might be small today, but we aspire to be big tomorrow. And for us to be big tomorrow, while small today, what's important to do is to make sure that we are au fait with what is latest in the market, and that we do all that is possible to get used to it and to get used to that technology.